Constructivism is a theory of learning based on the idea that knowledge is constructed by the knower based on mental activity. Learners are considered to be active organisms seeking meaning. Constructions of meaning may initially bear little relationship to reality, as in the naive theories of children, but will become increasingly more complex, differentiated, and realistic as time goes on. The concept of constructivism has roots in classical antiquity, going back to Socrates' dialogues with his followers, in which he asked directed questions that led his students to realize for themselves the weaknesses in their thinking. The Socratic dialogue is still an important tool in the way constructivist educators assess their students' learning and plan new learning experiences. There were two proponents who developed theories of childhood development and education, what we now call progressive education, that led to the evolution of constructivism. First, we have Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget, who was born on August 9, 1896, Neuchâtel, Switzerland, died September 16, 1980, Geneva. He was a Swiss-born professor of psychology and sociology, devoted his life to the question, how does knowledge grow? Piaget concluded that humans learn through the construction of progressively complex logical structures from infancy through to adulthood. Constructivist education is based on this premise of successive knowledge building that increases in depth and complexity from stage to stage. Piaget believed that humans learn through the construction of one logical structure after another. He also concluded that the logic of children and their modes of thinking are entirely different from those of adults. The implications of this theory and how he applied them have shaped the foundation for constructivist education.
He also concluded that the logic of children and their modes of thinking are initially entirely different from those of adults. The implications of this theory and how he applied them have shaped the foundation for constructivist education.
Lastly, we have John Dewey. John Dewey was born on October 20, 1859 in Burlington, Vermont. He was an American philosopher and educator and was regarded as the foremost educator of his day. He repudiated the current authoritarian teaching techniques and worked to change pedagogical methods and curricula. Two of his most well-known works are Democracy and Education in 1916 and Logic in 1938. Dewey called for education to be grounded in real experience. He wrote, "If you have doubts about how learning happens, engage in sustained inquiry. Study, ponder, consider alternative possibilities, and arrive at your belief grounded in evidence." Inquiry is a key part of constructivist learning. Some educators, philosophers, psychologists, and sociologists have added new perspectives to constructivist learning theory and practice, like Lev Vygotsky, Jerome Bruner, and David Ausubel. Vygotsky introduced the social aspect of learning into constructivism. He defined the zone of proximal learning, according to which students solve problems beyond their actual developmental level, but within their level of potential development, under adult guidance or in collaboration with more capable peers. Bruner initiated curriculum change based on the notion that learning is an active, social process in which students construct new ideas or concepts based on their current knowledge. Constructivism in education has roots in epistemology. The learner has prior knowledge and experiences, which is often determined by their social and cultural environment. Learning is therefore done by students constructing knowledge out of their experiences. While the behaviorist school of learning may help understand
susunod ulit.